welcome to Sarah Grace Living Food. Today we have a special guest, Crystal Phillips, a former national speed skater, a natural nutritionist, public speaker in areas of health, leadership, and environment, and she is the president of the Branch Out Foundation. So what exactly is Branch Out Foundation?
The Branch Out Foundation is a foundation where we fund research for neurological disorders and non-pharmaceutical research.
Oh, that's really cool. So what started this? Like, what made you want to start this?
Well, when I was speed skating at an elite level, I think I was 17 at the time, and I was diagnosed with MS. I lost feeling from my chest to my toes, and I was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis, a neurological disorder. And I thought I wanted to be proactive. I wanted to do something that's really good for my health. And so I decided to look into nutrition and massage therapy and chiropractic and meditation and all these natural alternatives to drugs. And it became so successful that I decided that I wanted to start a foundation where we funded the research to support it.
That sounds amazing. And do you have any partners with this?
Yeah, absolutely. My good friend Graham Daw started it with me, as well as one of my first speed skating coaches, Dr. Sean Ma. And then I have a whole team of friends and new friends, old friends that are a part of it and creating the foundation.
Oh, that's super cool. So what are we going to be making today, Crystal Phillips?
Okay, well, first of all, I'm very honored to be here. I've been a very big fan of your show, and I've been looking at all the videos, so I'm very excited. And I thought, what an honor it would be if I could join you in one of them. So thank you.
I'm really happy to have you here too. I'm super excited.
Great, that makes both of us. Well, I am also very happy about this recipe because it's impressed a lot of friends in the day. And they're called black bean brownies. I also call them guilt-free brownies.
Yeah.
Because even though they are brownies, and they even taste like brownies, I swear, they are less guilty because they are full of extra nutrition, like black beans, and I mean, we'll get into the ingredients, but they all have really healthy qualities to them. So you can eat lots and not have to feel like you're eating real chocolate brownies.
Nice. Did you invent this recipe?
You know what? I saw the idea on Pinterest, and then I sort of just customized it to my own.
That's super cool.
Yeah.
So what are the ingredients we'll be using today?
Well, I see they're all laid out here. We've got black beans, 1 can, drained. We've got 3 eggs. We've got, what's that? 3 tablespoons of coconut oil, perfect. We have 1/4 cup of cocoa powder, 1 pinch of salt, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, and 1/2 cup of honey.
That's good. That sounds awesome. I'm really excited to taste it. So, what do we start with?
It's really easy.
Okay.
All you have to do is put all of these ingredients in the blender and blend it up.
Okay, let's put them all in.
Okay.
Okay. Ah! Cocoa powder everywhere. Cocoa madness. See?
We lost a little vanilla extract. That's okay.
Ow. Sorry. Okay. So what should we add first? The eggs?
Let's do the eggs, yeah.
Okay. Here, you grab one.
Can we do it with one hand?
Yep.
Okay.
2, 1.
Nice. No shells, good.
Yep. Don't want it to be crunchy.
No. Perfect. Okay. Now let's do the black beans. You can pour them in.
Okay.
Brilliant. Coconut oil.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's a very healthy fat. Perfect.
So what's the difference between coconut oil and regular oil?
Well, I'm glad you asked. Coconut oil is a really good sustainable energy source. It also has antibacterial properties to it, so it's good for your immune system.
Oh.
To help us prevent colds and flus, especially as we get into the winter season. And coconut oil tastes amazing, and it also is stable at high temperatures, so when you bake with it or cook with it, it's very safe.
Oh, that's really cool. So what are we adding next?
Let's add the honey.
Ooh, I love honey. But it's very sticky.
We'll get it. And then we can add the vanilla extract. And since we spoke a bit, we might need to add a bit more. There we go. Honey. Okay.
Now the vanilla extract of what we had left. We might need to. Should I add a little bit more?
Yeah, let's add a little bit
Because
more.
I have all the ingredients out here.
Perfect.
If I can get the lid off.
So just a little bit. That's okay.
Might be vanilla-y.
That's okay. Everybody loves vanilla.
Okay.
Okay,
Hopefully
lastly,
this goes well.
I'm sure it will. It looks good. Smells good. And then let's do a pinch of salt. Can I have the honors?
Thank you.
Perfect. Lid on.
There we go. I'm going to let you put that there because it failed last time I tried the
All right, perfect. So, which button?
ring. Do we want to make it liquidy?
Yeah.
So what texture do you want it?
It's going to be pretty runny, more runny than a regular muffin. Just as long as all the ingredients are mixed together.
Is that good?
That should be good.
There we go. I got the oven pan.
Okay, if you have some extra coconut oil, we can grease the pan with that.
No, this is honey.
Here's a little bit in here.
Okay, here, I got some. Check if I can get it out. Oh, this is nice. Ah, if I can get it. There.
Perfect.
So, is there a certain amount you're supposed to use or just grease
Just
it?
a little bit to lightly coat it.
So, am I doing good?
Yeah.
I'm using a cup before a cup.
I usually use, if I wash my hands, I just use my hands.
But I scooped it and I didn't think of that, sadly.
That's perfect.
That's good?
Yeah, so then it just won't stick. Now, it looks good. What do you think? Smell that. It smells like
It doesn't even smell
smells like hot chocolate, doesn't it?
Yeah. It smells delicious.
Do you want to taste it?
Kind of.
Get
Okay.
your finger in there. That's the best part about baking. What
It
do you
tastes
think?
like just like chocolate, basically. There isn't really a difference. It tastes
Yeah.
like regular brownies. Whoa.
Would you ever expect the main ingredient to be black beans?
No, we
Eggs?
wouldn't. If somebody told me that, I'd be like, no way, dude. You're lying. Okay, what's the real ingredients? Yeah.
Okay, well,
So
now we
just-
put it in the oven, 350 degrees,
Mhm.
and bowl network, and it was called Good Things Made Healthier. So I'd always take unhealthy recipes, and then I would make them healthier. So for example, I put black beans in instead of just white flour or something.
That's cool.
Yeah. Now I am working a lot on the charity, and I still do nutrition. I work a lot with people with a variety of different health problems, and then a lot of athletes, NHL hockey players, CFL football players, including some Stampeders, and that's what keeps me busy. I like to get out and be active and go snowshoeing and skiing and all the sports that I never got to do when I was speed skating.
Nice. Also, aren't you? Also, I know how we met. We went during the Clean Air Initiative. How did you become a part of that too?
Yeah, so the Clean Air Champions is a really cool organization I got involved with about 3 or 4 years ago now. And they take athletes from all different sports from all across the country, and they come to schools just like I did with you, and we talk about the environment and how healthy living is good for not only yourself personally, but also for the environment. And I've learned a lot about some of the issues we're facing with the environment, and then how quite simple it is to make small changes throughout your day to make it a lot more environmentally friendly.
Is there any top ways that you have learned to help the environment?
Well, that is a question for you because I came to the class.
I know.
So what did you remember? What do you think? You had all the answers, I remember.
Yeah, that you should try driving less, but
Yeah?
and that you should, like, instead of doing multiple trips, that you should do, like, instead of a whole bunch, you should do like one trip because there's also the driving back and forth, also exhaust and all that, and try like exercising and all that around places. Yeah, it's just
Bike
kind
to
of,
school instead
yeah,
of
just kind of hard
driving.
when you have foot thing of snow.
Go snowshoeing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 tennis rackets.
I just saw the other day my friend does winter mountain biking. He's got big studded tires and he gets around on his mountain bike, which
Oh,
is
that's
pretty cool.
cool. I've never seen that before.
Yeah. Or cross-country skiing. There's lots of ways. Yeah. We just have to bundle up and be prepared out here. And eat lots of coconut oil so our immune system is strong.
I remember how you were saying that you're going snowshoeing. Where are you going?
I usually go out to Kananaskis. And I'm secretly scoping out areas that I want to throw a snowshoe tour for my charity, which will
that's
start
cool.
next year.
Oh, that would be awesome to go to.
Yeah. You're more than welcome.
I'd love to go there. That sounds fun.
Yeah. Do you remember anything that I was talking about for more environmentally friendly ways of eating?
Kind of. Not super. I kind of remember the cars mostly and all that.
Well, that's the main thing, because having active transportation and reducing the amount we use vehicles is going to be the #1 way that we can reduce the pollution in the air. But with food, if you buy more locally, you get apples from BC rather than from Fiji and New Zealand, then you're also cutting down on the transportation. So buying locally and then also eating more vegetarian sources of protein like eggs and beans instead of meat at every single meal. Yeah.
And where exactly do you buy locally? Because I know most grocery stores don't carry that or tell you where it is.
Well, we're in Calgary and we've got a few markets, including the Calgary Farmers Market, and they often have a lot of local foods. There are also organic food delivery programs like Sprout, and you can order as local as possible, and they actually deliver the fresh fruits and vegetables, mostly organic, to your doorstep or to your business.
Well, that's really cool.
Yeah.
And what is your favorite part about your charity and being a part of the environment and all that?
My favorite part is that I get to help people every single day, and I wake up completely fulfilled every single day. And so even though sometimes people are like, you're always working, but I never see it that way because I feel like I'm always playing and I'm always doing things that I love. So yeah.
I also remember how during the conference that you talked about how you went through a month without buying a whole bunch of clothes and all that.
Yeah, it was actually a full year, and I didn't buy a single materialistic good for a full year. And it was awesome. It was so much easier than I thought, and I just got creative with what I owned, and it gave me a really good perspective of I guess prioritizing when you do purchase something, making sure that it's really something that you want, and then maybe paying a little extra to have it locally made rather than 20 shirts from Thailand or China.
And what kind of encouraged you to do that?
You know what, I was just inspired when I started to take a big step back and look at the way society lives, and it just seemed like you're always competing with friends and family to have more and more and more, and people were always trying to almost buy their happiness by buying more things. And I wanted to challenge myself and see, does that really work? Is it really buying things that make you happy? And then I took on this challenge of not buying anything for a year, and I think I was even happier than ever before because I realized that I had more time and more money to spend on coffees with my friends, or going out snowshoeing in the mountains, or going for a ski weekend, and buying really healthy food, which is obviously making me happy. And yeah, it was, I guess that would be the main inspiration.
And also I forgot what I was going to say. So is there any big things you do as a part of your charity, a lot?
Yeah, so our main fundraising event is a bike tour out in Panorama, BC, and we've got lots of different people. We had 350 people participating last year.
That's a lot.
Yeah, and this year hopefully we'll have even more. And we've got Olympic gold medalists that come and participate, and we've got my mom and dad come and do the ride, and we even have one of my friend who has MS. He's unable to walk without assistance, but I had a sponsorship from one of our sponsors and my dad, and they bought electronic bicycles, tricycles actually, and they were able to participate in the event. And yeah, that's our main fundraising event, but hopefully we'll have a snowshoe tour after that, and lots of new random events that sometimes just pop up, and we try to just make it happen. Yeah.
That sounds really cool. And is there like a certain route that you do with certain people, or is it like same route for everybody?
It is the same route because you start at the Panorama Hill, which is up above. You bike down the hill around Windermere Lake, and then you either end at the end of the loop around the lake, and that's 80 kilometers, or about half of our participants bike 20K back up the hill to make it 100K total, and that's all in one day. Yeah.
That's a lot of Ks.
Yeah, it's super fun. Yeah, and it's there's a lot of people that don't exercise like that very regularly, and they're very proud. It's a big accomplishment when they finish, so it's fun to see them accomplish something so huge that they're so proud of.
And okay.
You got to work the charity's name in more.
Yes.
Yeah.
Don't say my charity.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good
The
point.
charity.
Yeah. And it's not mine, it's ours, so
Ours.
I shouldn't say that either.
Always hit the name.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Having trouble.
You don't have to. You don't have to talk the whole time. I was just recording. Because it would have been funny if I gotten the whole oven.
Yes,
wrapped up.
that would be funny.
We could reenact.
Sometimes you miss stuff.
Yeah.
Can't get the thing open.
I think it'd be funny if you got the bird pooping on my head too.
Yes. Yeah.
I've had him come when I was making cupcakes once. He came and started destroying my box.
Oh, really?
Yes.
That's funny. How many videos have you done now?
I'm not sure.
No?
You would know.
You know.
I think it's like 28.
28. You've had. You're closing in on 1,870,000. Yes.
Yeah, 820,000.
820.
Wow. On one video or all of the videos?
All the videos, I think.
Well,
That's for
amazing.
Sure. Yeah. So YouTube just signed her as a partner or whatever they call that. So her views have been going up quite a bit
Nice.
yeah, she gets about between 1,500 and 2,000 a day.
Cool. Wow. Is that views? Wow. Very cool. Good for you. And what made you decide to want to do something like this?
It was actually my dad's idea. I forget what I wanted to do. I think I wanted to make a. What was I wanting to make?
I know, movie?
Yeah, it was a movie. And my dad's like, maybe you should make a cooking show instead. So I said, sure. And one day I just set up a whole bunch of books on the counter, and I added the camera, and I just made a smoothie.
Cool.
And my parents posted it up onto YouTube, and then it started.
Cool. Wow.
So yeah, and my dad thought of the cooking show because I've been wanting to start a restaurant my whole life since I was
Wow.
like 2.
Very cool.
Yeah. And also, what made you want to become a speed skater? Like, was it your family? Was it like skating? Was it the cold? I don't think it was the cold, probably.
It was me being a big tomboy. I was put in figure skating because both my sisters did it, and I hated wearing dresses and I hated wearing makeup. And I also had a nickname of Quadzilla when I was a kid, so I had really big legs. So it just made sense that I would try speed skating because they have lots of big legs in that sport, and I can use that power to go fast, and I don't have to wear makeup or fancy dresses. So it seemed like it was a good fit for me, and I watched it on the Olympics, and I was so inspired watching the Canadians skate and do well.
Have you ever won any golds or anything? Or any medals?
Yeah, I've won several North American and Canadian championships, and went to Junior Worlds in 2003, I think, and won a bronze medal at the Canada Winter Games. Yeah, that was it.
And what's your favorite part about speed skating?
Well, that's a good question, because now that I've retired 2 years ago, I recently went back to the Olympic Oval in Calgary to watch the World Cup that was here, and I realized that it wasn't the sport that I was craving, it wasn't the racing, it was the people. I just missed the people, and it was such a fun environment to be in, and I do miss the actual sport of it, but the people would be the most that I miss the most, yeah.
Let me think.
So you tried a year without buying things. Did you try a year buying everything? I'm just wondering which one's happier. I'm somewhere in between.
Yeah. Well, that was the thing is I used to, whenever I had money, I would just spend it on things and I would just buy things. Or, you know, if I had a day off or something, then I would just go to the mall and buy things. And it was more to like fill up a void or a gap in my life. And then I realized how productive you can be in those days. So, in all that time.
How old were you when you started, started speed skating?
I was 8 years old when I started speed skating, yeah.
And when do you start doing championship and Olympics and all that?
I never did make the Olympic team, but I started racing, I went to the Junior Worlds when I was 16 years old, and then before that I was doing Canadian and North American championships, starting at probably age 10 or 11. Yeah.
Whoa, that's impressive.
Yeah, it was fun. Cool opportunity, that's for sure.
Yeah.
You already had big legs going in.
Oh yeah.
That's weird.
There's
That's just genetics.
Yeah, if you add me on Facebook, you look at my profile pictures, there's me as a kid and I'm running to go jump onto the slip and slide, and I'm just this cute little innocent little girl. And then you scroll down the picture and I've got huge quads. It just looks so weird. Wow. It's a funny picture to look back at.
That sounds kind of cool.
It was pretty funny. What time are we at? Are we doing okay?
15
perfect.
minutes
Nice.
left.
You don't have to, don't feel like you have to fill it.
Oh no, that's okay. I just didn't know if
Nobody
we had a
wants to watch
timer.
an hour video anyway.
If we're just okay, we're just gonna wait until we start spelling bird stuff.
Well, anyways.
So it's recording.
Yeah, so the Branch Out Neurological Foundation was founded 3 years ago with me and some friends, and we exist to fund research for complementary and alternative therapies for neurological disorders, just like MS, Parkinson's, depression, mental health, and anything that has to do with the brain and the nervous system, and basically any kind of research that isn't pharmaceutical drugs. Yeah. And it's not because we don't believe in pharmaceutical drugs, it's just that we believe that the research needs to be increased in complementary and alternative medicine so that they can be on the same playing level.
What's some of the things that you use to help them, exercise, or do you give them
I always say I'm not smart enough or patient enough to actually find the cures, so I just facilitate it and I fund the smart people. So I don't, I mean for myself and as a nutritionist, I often recommend, eating, generally people need to eat more protein and more healthy fats and fiber and raw fruits and vegetables and more local foods. And then obviously healthy exercising, which is good for both us and the planet. And then healthy thinking is a huge one too. So just, you call it meditation, call it just attitude, but I think making sure you're positive and believing in yourself and believing that, whatever you're diagnosed with or whatever your health problem might be, you can always overcome it, and as long as you believe in it. So I think that's been maybe the most important thing for me, but yeah, I mean, nutrition, massage therapy, chiropractic, osteopathic, there's lots of different cool natural therapies out there to try.
I remember how you were saying how you lost all feeling from the chest down.
Mm-hmm.
How long did it take you to get back?
Well, that one was my first relapse, is what we call. So when you're sick, you go into relapse, and then I have relapsing remitting MS, so you come out of relapse and go into relapse. My first one was 4 months, so I had no feeling for my chest and my toes. It was hard to walk. I didn't have bladder control, so I had to go to the bathroom frequently, and I had double vision. So that was 4 months. And then my second relapse, I lost feeling in half my body, the entire left side of my body, and that was for 2 months. And then I had some minor relapses in and out from there. And 3.5 years ago, before I went off my drugs, I lost vision in my left eye. Ooh. And now I went off drugs 3.5 years ago and decided to treat everything naturally. And I've been feeling extremely healthy, and I've never had a symptom since. So
that's really cool. that how I kind of think at school how before, like, when you had the drugs, you kept having your lapses, but when you started acting healthy, it kind of stopped.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, it could be luck, and it may not be, but I guess that's another big motivation to do Branch Out Foundation, so that it can prove whether it is luck or not, and if it isn't, then a lot of other people can really benefit from these natural approaches to healing. Yeah.
It's really cool.
And what about depression then? Because that's you threw depression in amongst
Yeah.
MS.
Yeah. What about depression? Like, do we fund it, or?
Well, how does nutrition?
Yeah, well, I mean, I work at a brain health clinic called the Gaia Clinic out in Canmore, and we work with a lot of clients who have severe depression, and changing the way that they think, exercising more, and eating a healthy diet that's appropriate for their lifestyle, their palate, their wallet, their routine, has had dramatic improvements with their depression. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. As Hippocrates says, "Let thy food be thy medicine, and thy medicine be thy food." So I kind of live by that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Think of what to say.
Okay, you got this. You got this
We got
poor
lots of
girl you've been
content.
so excited about.
These
Yes.
are great questions. Really, I'm impressed.
What about your life? Any questions?
For Sarah.
No, Sarah Grace.
Hi.
There's something that inspired you.
Just her.
Yeah. Just overcoming
Just
an illness.
overcoming her excitement, how happy she's always is after all this, and how she's made change is what inspired me.
Well, I can say the same for you, because I remember sitting in that class and Sarah Grace had her hand up for every single question I asked, and she had really good answers. You really knew your stuff. You knew a lot of background information on, environmental issues and solutions as well, and you were very conscious and aware of why healthy eating and exercising is so good for us and so good for the environment. So I thought that was cool. And then at the very end, when you told me about this show that you have, I just thought, this is me when I was your age, and it's so cool to watch you just, have an idea and then act on it, because I think that that's one of the biggest mistakes that I see with a lot of people. They have an idea and they wait till they're ready, and I think that you can get stuck waiting until you're ready, and there's always reasons why you're not ready and you're not ready. So I think it's cool that you just went for it and tried this project, and it sounds like it's a huge success. And I'm going to be a follower for life. I watch all of your recipes, and yeah, it's super fun and it's inspiring, because it doesn't matter what age you are, you can make big changes in the world, so it's cool.
Thanks. And also, like, how you eat. Do you always make these kind of things?
Yeah, I do. I say I live by the 80-20 rule. So 80%, yeah. So 80% of the time I'm eating very healthy, and 20% of the time, you're at a friend's house, you're at a birthday party, it's Christmas dinner. I'll put some gravy on my turkey, and I'll have a non-black bean brownie every once in a while. And I think the most important part about that is to not feel bad or beat yourself up over it, and just know that as long as you're getting all the right nutrients into your body, then you have room. Your body's strong and resilient to handle some of the less healthy foods. Yeah.
That's going to be my question, since we came into this with a Slurpee, didn't we?
Yes.
She goes, oh, I can't get a Slurpee. We're buying milk at 7-Eleven.
Yeah.
There goes her bird.
She's laughing. He's laughing.
We don't know which one it is, so either way's fine. He's staring up at the roof unknowingly what it is.
The other thing with eating healthy is I find that the healthier I eat, the healthier I want to eat, and the less cravings I have for bad things. And I always say, even though there's a negative connotation to the word addiction, I always say that it's more addicting to feel good than it is to eat sugar or you know, French fries are always bad foods that seem like you want them so bad, but when you start feeling really healthy and really good and active, then that is such a, you know, a motivating feeling to always do everything you can to always feel that good.
I've kind of had that thing, like when you have chocolate or fruit. You usually want the chocolate, but if you have the fruit, you're like, oh, this is really good.
Yeah.
Better than the chocolate.
Yeah, yeah.
But sometimes hard to pick over the fruits, but yeah, do it.
Yeah, well, you know, it's okay to have the chocolate every once in a while. Or you can just put black bean brownies, black beans in there, and then
I'll have to cook
it's
those
healthier
more.
chocolate.
Healthier chocolate.
Yeah.
So how's it going? 2
We
minutes.
should probably check it.
So what do we need to do to try this?
Play.
Oh, there's gloves under the sink there, sweetie, if you want to grab them.
I was just poking it with my finger.
There's toothpicks too.
You want to do the gloves? It's fine. It still has to cook.
So we'll put it here, and then we can just mention how we can make it more festive.
And just can talk and try it. I better get 2 plates. Excuse me.
Maybe a little
Plates.
some kind of oh, thank you.
Oh,
Some kind of scoop to dish them out. Or,
yeah. This is a good size.
Yeah.
I don't know.
that works.
Oh,
Is everyone gonna
I'm not a
try it?
baker. Yeah.
Okay.
I have to try it.
So the parents are doing the taste test before we
Yes.
try it.
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Actually, I was impressed with the batter. Because I didn't really read the recipe, so Dina went out and bought the ingredients and set them on the counter going,
Dads are always your toughest critics. So I like to test it with them because I feel like if they pass the test with the dads, then you know it's good.
How big should I cut it?
That's good.
Going like that.
Sure.
I'm gonna just go like.
Perfect.
Seems like a good brownie.
Yeah. Very moist.
We have a very small piece over there.
You need to
I think it's done then.
You think
Toothpick
it-
came out clean.
Okay, that's good. They're going to be very moist. You can cook them a little bit longer if you don't want them so moist. And then when they cool off, they get a little less moist, but yeah.
what?
Stop whining, please, dogs.
That would be rude.
So, shall we
So,
let your parents do the test
Yes.
taste test?
yes. Can you scoop it, please? I can't scoop.
Okay. Let's see how I do. We both know we're both messy cookers, so
Ooh.
that looks good.
Who's first?
Just I want to get your reaction on camera.
Yes. So, here, I can hold that.
Absolutely.
You go over there.
Here, I need them knocked off.
Mom?
Mom, you're on this side. Over here. You guys don't eat it away from the camera.
Maybe I could. Well, I wouldn't know that there were beans in there.
Hi.
Okay, come on, Mom. You weren't supposed to taste it before having it.
She cheated.
She cheated.
She worried she was going to have to lick her tongue off. All right.
Mom,
I never go on camera.
I don't care.
I know. We're shy.
We're behind the scenes.
That's good.
Yeah.
I'm not a big brownie fan to start with.
Wow.
To be honest.
Would you know the difference?
Yeah.
Would you think that there were black beans in there?
No. Actually, if you get rid of the word brownie and called it more like a lava. No, I don't know. Again,
Lava
you said
cake?
it was moister. So
Yes.
maybe you're just getting it moister than a brownie, but it almost seems like a lava cake.
Yeah. Either or, both are good.
No, it's good. Yeah, it's really good. Can I get out of here now?
Yes. You're allowed leaving now. Now we need 2 more plates and 2 more people.
Try?
Yep. 3, 2, 1. Oh, that's good.
It's hot.
Hot but good.
Yeah. And since it's almost Christmas time, we can make it festive, and you can add either chopped up candy canes. You can just smash the candy canes and put them on top, or you could put coconut, shredded coconut on top, and it kind of looks like snow. And then even, you know, at Valentine's Day, you could put little cinnamon hearts, or, you know, you can get creative. Candy corn at Halloween. Yeah, lots of ways to do it.
So thank you for coming on my show.
Thank you. I'm a hugger.